Ready to, yes sir, nag-go live na sir.
Mismo. Kaya wala po ko sa on-screen, dili siya kabalo mabutang sa kuha sa on-screen. Ayan. Maayong buntag kanatong tanan, teacher participants of Davao del Norte. Pasensya na po sa aming mga iilang bloopers kayong umagang ito because we are having some technical mga difficulties po and challenges. Pero okay lang po yun. Ang importante po ay magkasama na tayo ngayon in this wonderful Wednesday morning. Again, magandang buhay po. And good morning to everyone here in Davao del Norte. Today is Wednesday, July 22 to 2020, and we are on the third day of our 5-day division training of trainers on Learning Management System, brought to us by DepEd Division of Davao del Norte's Curriculum Implementation Division. Maayong buntag sa makausapa. Kumusta po mga minamahal naming mga participants? Kumusta ang atuang mga pagbangon? In this Wednesday morning. We are halfway through the course of our training, and I genuinely hope that we all have obtained a bounty of new knowledge with everything that we learned in the day 1 and day 2 of our training. Huwag na huwag niyo pong kakalimutan ang mga natutunan ninyo about the Regional Learning Management System at pati na rin po ang mga presentation na naibigay kahapon ng ating mga regional EPs on the walkthrough of the most essential learning competencies. I know that you're all excited to learn more about the features of regional LMS. So hold your breath and fasten your seatbelt because today we will be having our simulation of the utilization of the regional LMS in conducting an online class. Opo, mamaya po ay magkakaroon tayo ng breakout sessions kung saan magsasama-sama ang lahat ng mga elementary teacher participants, ang mga junior teacher participants, pati po ang mga senior high school teacher participants. Iba-iba po yun ng live broadcast. But before that, allow me to remind everyone once again that we have an attendance for the morning sessions po. May attendance po kayong kailangang i-access for this morning, day 3 morning sessions. The link will now be flashed on your screen. Ayan po, may we see now the link for our attendance for this morning? Ayan, at kung napapansin niyo po, iisa lamang po ang ating link para sa ating mga attendance simula pa po nung day 1. Ayan, meron din po tayong QR code, so please access our attendance form later pag nag-announce na po na available na ang ating attendance. Ayan. Huwag po kayong mag-alala dahil mamaya po in our breakout sessions, ang inyong pong mga host ay mag-a-announce kung available na ang ating attendance form online. And to everyone who have already subscribed to our YouTube channel, the DepEd Davnor CID, maraming salamat po. At sa mga hindi pa po nakaka-subscribe, ngayon na po ang tamang panahon to do it. You can also invite your co-teachers sa inyo pong mga paaralan to subscribe as well so they can also view all the videos of our sessions from day 1 hanggang sa ating day 5 po na mga sessions. Please also hit the like button to all our videos to show your support kasama na po ang live broadcast natin ngayon. So, i-like niyo na po ang lahat ng ating mga videos, pati ang stream po natin ngayon. Huwag niyo pong kakalimutan, paki-like po. Andyan po ngayon sa inyong mga screen ang ating link for the DepEd Davnor CID YouTube channel. At kung nanonood po kayo ngayon, andito po kayo sa ating YouTube channel. So, salamat po again. And at this juncture, let us have our attendance dashboard for day 2. Dahil kahapon ay nai-present natin, ipipresent po natin ngayon din ang ating attendance dashboard for day 2. Nakikita niyo po ngayon sa inyong screen ang ating pie chart na mukhang Pepsi logo. Ayan. So, for day 2 of our training, we had a total of 2,575 responses. And sa nakikita po natin sa ating pie chart, mas marami po ang mga naitala nating mga attendees in the afternoon compared in the morning session. So with this po, sana po ay talagang lahat ng ating mga participants ay nakapagtala ng inyong mga attendance at wala kayong na-miss upang makatanggap po kayo ng inyong mga certificate of participation for this training. Ayan, let us move on to our next slide. We are still on the attendance dashboard for today. Ayan, data naman po per district. Kahapon, kung naalala ninyo, ang may pinakamaraming attendance na naitala ay ang Carmen District, and that is the same case for our day 2. Kasi nung day 1, sila din po ang may pinakamaraming attendance. And for today, sila pa rin po ang nangunguna with 13.4% of all responses na ating natanggap. Wow, I love Carmen. So ayun, natapos na po ang ating attendance dashboard. And at this moment, it's about time for us to proceed to our management of learning for today, to be led by the Talaingo District, headed by their Public School District Supervisor, Sir Justiniano Cubar. So let us now start with our opening prayer, to be followed by the Davao Region hymn and our nationalistic song.
Dear Father in heaven, we come humbly into your presence, and we lift our Lord, fill our hearts with love and teach us how to share it with all those we encounter. Lord, help us to be kind to those around us, and especially those who may be more difficult to love. Lead us to forgive others, Lord, as you have forgiven us. And today we open our hearts to you, Lord, for we know that you love us and that you have a plan for our lives. Mold us, shape us, and use us, Lord, for your perfect will. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Region, tinandang yuta, may bukid hapon, halaging taas. Haring agilan, nasubong langgam, waling-waling hanas sa kamalakan. May unawan, haring duyan, mag-iing saging, lunas na biyan. Yun ang lahat sa gawin mo, makugihong mga tao. Ang bilang ko mga probinsya, mga dambayan nagkalusa, may bituhan na Diyos, Davao de Oro, Davao Oriental, del Norte Occidental, del Sur, syudad sa Davao, Panabitago, Samar Island, Matutudos, Davao Region, di panalitan, mga bahanding kinaiyahan, yung pangkadunod, daghanan mundo, nakatanan na buhian. Garbi sa panay ng Davao Region, pamumutan
Ang bayang kong Pilipinas, lupain mong hintawag, sa kanyang balat, nagaling mong kontak sila, at sa kanyang iniwat kontak, ay namahalin. Bayan ko, biniyak ka, nasada sa puso.
Now let us have the recap of what has transpired in the day two of our division training.
Great things were accomplished by those who have great faith, and they have accomplished their freedom and opportunity with right foundation, right mindset, and right ingredients. To our school's division superintendent, Dr. D. De Salva, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Romel Arhandayan, CID Chief, Dr. Edward C. Amugis, Education Program Supervisors, Public Schools District Supervisors, teacher participants, good morning. Day 2 served a meti menu for all participants. Morning and afternoon session presented a walkthrough with the most essential learning competencies or unpacking of competencies based on MELC. It started with a rationale and overview of MELC by Dr. Jeanette Veloso, Region 11 Chief on Curriculum and Learning Management Division, where she presented the region's context, framework of the region in learning continuity plan, process of identifying the MELC, and its way forward. Then, it followed by Dr. Annalisa C. Almazan, focal person of kindergarten, in the region, presented the Kindergarten MELC, where she gave emphasis on how to use the MELC for kindergarten, on which MELC identified may be taught repeatedly to help learners acquire the necessary knowledge, values, and skills. Dr. George N. Wong followed for multigrade. Dr. Mary Jane Mihurada, Education Program Supervisor for Filipino, presented on how MELC and Filipino was created. Dr. Manuel P. Vallejo for English, and lastly, Dr. Renato N. Pakpakin discussed the process, identify the components, and explore on how to use the MELC for all grade levels. Afternoon sessions started with a walkthrough on MELC for Science by Dr. Maria Liza Birandoy, where she presented how K-12 competencies dropped and revised to MELC and its reason. Dr. Danielo R. Duhinog for Araling Panlipunan, then followed by Dr. Maria Shelo de Estrada for ESP and SPLF, where she gave emphasis sa mga batayang konseptual ng edukasyon sa pagpapahalaga, bahagi ng lesson exemplar. She also suggested steps in unpacking the learning competencies and the 5 considerations for unlocking competencies. Dr. Pidilina Uevas on EPP, TLE, TVL, with Sir Chris Valiente from Bureau of Curriculum Development Central Office Fellow for teaching on how to use MELC in teaching EPP, TLE, TVL. And lastly, Ma'am Giseline B. De La Cuesta for MAPE. Afternoon session ended with an open forum. Coming from an IP district in our division, it is ended nice to hear the plan of central office for IP schools with an IP community on the plan to hire para teachers for young learners. The day ended with a clear understanding on MELC. Releasing the MELCs does not necessarily replace the use of the curriculum guides. Rather, these serve a supplementary guide for teachers as they address the instructional needs of learners at this time. It responds to the findings that there are overlaps and congestions in the curriculum. By streaming the learning competencies to the most essential, we will able as a teachers to give more focus to the learning activities and resources while having sufficient time for coverage and mastery. Once again, a pleasant morning to all.
Ayan po. So, thank you po sa nagbigay ng ating recapituration sa mga nangyari in our day 2 of Division Training of Trainers on LMS. And I believe that I will be joined right now on screen po ni Ma'am from Talaingo District na nagbigay ng ating recap. So may I invite on screen po? Yan. The head teacher 3 of Naseco Integrated School, Mrs. Erlyn P. Maldo. Do we have Ma'am Erlyn right now? Sige po, baka mamaya ay makakasama natin si Ma'am Erlyn live on screen. Ngayon po, diretso na tayo sa ating Zumba gaya ng ginawa natin kahapon dahil malamang po ang marami sa atin ay bagong gising pa lamang at ang ating mga katawan ay nangangailangan pa po ng maiging galaw-galaw ng mga pangyayari upang tayo ay magising. So we will now have our morning Zumba. Please get off your seats and follow our dance instructions.
Walang iba ang sasarap sa pagtikim nila natin. Sana ay pinamawakas itong awit ng pag-ibig. Awit natin ay wag na wag mong kalimutan. Naku ko naman na lagi ka pakikinggan. Kailangan ang isang pag-ibig ay parang lansangan, dapat ang lawakan. Kaya't sa ating awit tayo ay magbigayan. Awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Oh, ha, awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Ha, awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Rock, baby, rock. Rock into my heart. Rock, baby, rock. Say we'll never part. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Rock, baby, rock. La, la, la. Rock, baby, rock. Ako'y magkaabang. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Sa bawat galaw ng iyong katawan, ako ay lalo kang nakikiba. Come on and rock me tonight. Ako ay sa'yo forever. Kaya ibuhos ko na pagkat tayo ay together. Rock, baby, rock. tayo para isayaw mo.
Sumayaw-sumayaw ka sa hirap na panahon, sabay na lang tulungin lang. Sumayaw-sumayaw ka sa hirap na panahon, nakisama, nag-enjoy ka. Ngayon,
Panahon natin ay nag-iiba, kaya sundin masasayang awitin, nararapat na tangkilikin. Awitin bago ay naghihintay para isayaw mo.
bago ay nag-iintay kung pag-isayaw mo. Sumayaw-sumayaw ka sa hirap na panahon, sabay na lang tulungin lang. Sumayaw-sumayaw ka sa hirap na panahon, nakisama, nag-enjoy ka. Ngayon,
Ayun! Sumayaw ba kayo mga kaguruan ng DepEd Davao del Norte? Sana po ay sinundan natin ang sayaw ng ating Zumba for this wonderful Wednesday morning. Kailangan po ay puno tayo ng energy dahil marami pong magaganap sa araw na ito. Once again, maayong buntag sa tanang mga teachers sa DepEd Davao del Norte, and allow me po to take this opportunity to greet our very own Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. D.D. Silva, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel Handayan, our CID Chief, Dr. Edward C. Amugis, and our SGOD Chief as well, Engineer Lolita Andamon, and to all our friends there in our Schools Division Office, maayong buntag mga ma'am and sir, to all our PSDS and our Education Program Supervisors, maayong buntag mga ma'am and sir, and labaw sa tanan to all the teachers po in the fields, kasama na ang ating mga head teachers, ang ating assistant principal, and ang ating mga principal. So, like what you are seeing right now po on your screen, naka-flash po dyan, na meron po tayong mga links for our breakout session for elementary, junior high, and senior high. Ayan po, andyan ang ating mga links. Bakit po tayo may mga links for elementary, junior, and senior high? Ganito po ang mangyayari. After po ng live broadcast na ito, itong pinapanood po ninyo ngayon, nandyan po ang aking pagmumukha, ay kailangan nyo pong i-access ang mga live broadcast naman kung saan kayo nabibilong po na key stage. If you are an elementary teacher na participant natin ngayon, you have to access the live broadcast link for the elementary. Kung kayo naman po ay nasa junior high school, dun din po kayo papasok o manunood. At that is true as well to our senior high teacher participants. Pero, habang naghihintay po tayo na ma-ready ang ating mga breakout sessions, ay sasamahan niyo po muna ako hanggang alas 9 ngayong umaga. And while we wait, allow me po to greet our very active commenters down below our comment section. Unang-una po doon, si Ma'am Florife Utbo. Good morning, ma'am. Andyan siya. Nag-leave si ma'am ng message. And we would also like to say a shout out po sa lahat ng ating mga kaguruan in Balagunan National High School. Happy Wednesday morning po to all teachers of Balagunan National High School. At nasa description box po natin ngayon or nasa description area ng live stream na ito ang ating mga links upang hindi na po kayo mahirapan sa pag-access kung saan man po kayo tutungo for our breakout session. And if you look at our comment section, nandun din po ang ating mga links for your easy access. Again, balik tayo sa ating mga pa-shoutout. Shoutout po sa lahat ng ating Alternative Learning System mobile teachers. Hello po sa lahat ng ating mga ALS teachers dyan. Maayong buntag. Now, let us also greet teachers from Santo Tomas Central Elementary School, SPED Center. Hello mga ma'am and sir. And teachers from Alihal National High School, Mangalkal Extension. Mayong buntag sa inyong tanan and thank you for tuning in our live broadcast for Day 3 Management of Learning. So we are halfway na po. Hapit na mahuman. Malapit na pong magtapos ang ating Division Training of Trainers on Learning Management System. And this day is a very important day dahil mas mapapalawig pa po natin ang ating kaalaman sa paggamit ng Region Learning Management System in an online class. Ayan po. I-greet din po natin ang lahat ng mga teachers from Tanglao National High School. Galing po kay Lay Briones. Ayun. Kasama din po natin ngayon si Engineer Wilson Godoy. Sabi niya po, good morning kapamilya of Quimamon National High School, mga ka-district sa Santo Tomas East District at mga ka-division sa Davao del Norte. God bless and enjoy learning while watching and listening to our resource speakers or watching our simulators po later in our breakout session. Good morning po, Sir Wilson. At salamat po sa suporta talaga sa ating Division Training of Trainers. Ayan. Sige po. Keep your comments coming dahil mabilis lang po tayong magkakasama ngayong araw na ito. Dahil right after this live broadcast ay doon na po kayo manunood sa inyong mga breakout session. Ayan. And for today, I am so happy to be joined on screen po by our very own CID Chief, the very generous and very energetic po natin na CID Chief, Sir or Dr. Edward C. Amugis. Good morning, Sir Edward.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning po.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, Carl. Good morning to everyone, to our teachers, no, our school heads and our supervisors, and of course our superintendent and our assistant schools division superintendent, no. So while we have our breakout session, so I will take this opportunity, Carl, to answer some queries, no, yesterday's questions after the presentation of the milks, no. Now, I would like to reiterate that the milks, the most essential learning competencies, were taken from the learning competencies of the K-12 curriculum. Now, this is just only uh, a selection of the most essential, no? That is why we call it most essential learning competencies out of the learning competencies that we have in the K-12 curriculum. Now, the selection of these most essential learning competencies based on our vision, mission, and goal, no, di ba? So, yun, no? So, as you have noticed, konti na lang yung mga ano natin, mga learning competencies. However, if this situation is already okay, anyway, our president has already approved the request of our department to have a face-to-face by January. However, kailangan pa talaga natin ng ano, no, health protocols and all other measures in order to ensure that the health of our learners and our teachers. Now, regarding also on the query about the reproduction of the modules, yes, that's very true.
Yes.
That it will really take a lot of money, no? Because you have to give modules to all of our learners, and how many are they, and then how many subjects do we have? So medyo madami-dami din, no? Now, as mentioned by our ESDS and our superintendent, that the expenses for the reproduction of the module, of course, will be taken from the MOE. 30% of the MOE of the school, yun lang ang allotment niya. So if you look at it, medyo konti lang talaga yung amount, di ba? So if you have 10,000 MOE in your school per month, so only 3,000 will be spent for reproduction and other materials, no, needed for the modules. Now, dito na talaga makikita natin yung linkage ng ating mga school heads sa ating stakeholders. No, we have a lot of stakeholders who are also very generous. No, it's not only LGU, but also the private individuals. Now, in our case now, ano talaga nila, they really understand us, no? Kasi, in fact, marami ng mga individuals na willing magdo-donate ng mga coupon ban, ng mga ink or mga printers. I think we have to take advantage on it, no? So our school has would like to really emphasize this, and alam naman natin, Carl, na yung mga school leads natin, ano talaga yan sa ating mga stakeholders, no?
Yeah.
I know they have the link with our stakeholders. So makikita natin yon. Now, in order to address the need of our learners, so our school heads really play a vital role in this situation now. Okay, so as I said, if you spend millions and millions of the modules and you have only a scarce amount, no, very limited amount of your MOE, so we'll take that to you. And I know you are very, you have that ability to link with our private individuals, so you have to do so. Okay. Now, Carl, as I look at our screen, there are only 584 who are watching
Oo
right
nga
now.
po.
No,
Tama kayo,
pakipaliit
sir.
lang, no? So, I hope that during the breakout session, no, we will really, ano, we will really, ano talaga, intensify yung mga attendance nila by checking it. And ating mga school heads, please ensure, no, that your teachers are really watching now and they have their notes, so that kasi may post-test tayo, no? So
Mm.
our post-test will be based on the of the ano on the topics that we discuss, no?
Opo.
And marami ding ano, Carl, na nag-ano sila, grupo daw, no? Nag-group, no?
Opo daw, sir.
So sure lang talaga na you are in group, no? Baka yung iba dyan natutulog na, no? So if you are in group, please give us your picture, no?
Yes.
Picture that you're actually viewing. Kasi yung iba dyan, Carl, ano sila sa screen, and that's really good, no? I'm very happy for that, na instead of using a lot of laptops or cell phones, kasi that can also ano doon sa ano nila, sa bandwidth ng kanilang internet. So
Can
maganda
affect,
naman
sir.
yun, isa lang, yeah, isa lang, pero make sure talaga natin, no, that the principal was there and all the participants was there, no? So ensure that, Carl. So I want a snapshot of their group na actual viewing talaga with our webinar. Alam mo, this
Yes.
is very important, and our technical working group really work hard, no? Kung alam nyo lang kung ano yung trabaho ng ating TWG, na kahit hating gabi na, no? So, pinaghirapan talaga natin ito, na talagang maano talaga itong webinar natin, no? You know, this is a very nice webinar, no? Kasi we have all the platforms kung saan yung gusto magpunta, no? So, yun. So, issue lang natin, no? So, para magbigyan din natin ng justice na pinagharapan ng ating TWG, no? Di ba, Carl?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes na yes talaga, sir.
So,
Sir
siguro,
Chief,
yeah.
Sir Chief, bago po kayo pumunta sa backstage, saan po
Yeah.
nila pwedeng i-post ang kanilang mga pictures upang makita natin?
Okay, alam naman nila yung yung Messenger, Carl, no? So, pwede nilang i-send doon sa Messenger ko. Yung principal lang ang magse-send, no? The principal
Okay.
will send that picture para malaman ko talaga. Meron akong dito, yung Limbaan National High School, no? So nagpaalam na ganun yung nangyari sa kanila. Then also in Sawata, Hernan Cor, no? Yung sa San Isidro. Kita ko din naman yon. Okay, baka yung iba dyan, meron pa, hindi ko lang alam. So please let me know para ma-recognize ko rin kayo. Okay, Carl?
Yun. Yes, sir. Thank you so much to our CID
Thank you so
Chief
much.
of DepEd Davao del Norte for joining us this morning in our Management of Learning. Daghang salamat, sir. And I think
Okay.
our breakout sessions po are now ready to accept our teacher participants. Kaya allow me again to flash on screen our links for the breakout session. Time check po, it's already 8:58 in the morning of this beautiful day of July 22, 2020. On screen are our links for elementary, junior high, and senior high breakout sessions. So gaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, mabilis lang po tayong magkakasama ngayong araw na ito because in your breakout sessions, you will be joined by our distinguished hosts, mga co-hosts ko po para sa ating Division Training of Trainers, and I'm sure that you will be having a great time with your host. So ayan. So I believe that it's time for us to proceed to our breakout session. And reminder lang po sa inyong lahat, we will be back tomorrow in our plenary session. Magsasama-sama po ulit tayong lahat bukas in the morning. First hour of our training po from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. because we will have our management of learning. So for the remaining days today, for the day 3, ay magbe-breakout session na po tayo pero babalik po tayo ulit bukas in our plenary session in the morning. So I hope you have a great time learning during our breakout sessions for the simulation on the use of learning management system. We'll be back to our plenary session tomorrow morning again. This is Carl Jose Barrientos and greeting you all of you a very, very good morning. Bye po sa inyong lahat.